A true democracy means majority rule or mob rule. It is a system where the power lies in the hands of the majority. True democracy does not work. It means the laws are set by a majority of the people. If everyone votes to ban certain speech, then there is an end of free speech. Where do you draw the line? This is where constitutional rights come in. These rights are enshrined in the Constitution to protect individuals. Constitutional rights protect individual freedoms, such as freedom of speech, religion, and the press. They are rules that keep the government from taking away basic rights. These rights ensure that everyone is treated fairly and justly. Without these protections, the majority could vote to take away these rights from minorities or dissenting voices. The Constitution acts as a safeguard, providing a framework for justice and equality. It ensures that certain rights cannot be taken away, no matter what the majority wants. This balance between democracy and constitutional rights is crucial for a fair and just society. In a true democracy, the majority has a lot of power. This can be good when the majority makes wise choices. But it can also be bad when the majority decides to take away rights. Imagine a town where the majority wants to ban a certain religion. If there are no constitutional protections, they can vote to make it illegal. This is why constitutional rights are so important. Let's use a simple example to understand majority rule. Majority rule is a fundamental principle in democratic systems. Imagine a classroom where students vote on what to have for lunch. Each student gets one vote, and the option with the most votes wins. Most students want pizza, but a few want burgers and fries. The majority of students prefer pizza, so pizza is chosen for lunch. In a true democracy, the majority rules. This means the decision that most people support is the one that is implemented. This seems fair in this context, but can be dangerous when applied to rights. Majority rule can sometimes overlook the needs and rights of the minority. Consider a more serious example. Think about the implications of majority rule in a political or social context. Imagine if people voted to give up their right to own guns. This decision would affect everyone, even those who disagree. In a true democracy, if most people agree, this becomes law. However, it's important to balance majority rule with the protection of individual rights to ensure fairness for all. In a constitutional republic, the power of the majority is limited. The government operates according to a constitution. This constitution protects individual rights. It ensures that the majority cannot take away these rights. A constitutional republic has representatives. These representatives make decisions on behalf of the people. They are bound by the Constitution. Section 5. The dangers of mob rule. Mob rule happens when the majority makes decisions without considering the rights of the minority. This often occurs in situations where emotions are running high, and people are driven by passion rather than reason. This can lead to dangerous situations where the collective anger or fear of the majority can spiral out of control. When emotions run high, the majority can make hasty decisions. These decisions are often not well thought out and can have severe consequences. These decisions can hurt people and take away their rights. The minority in particular can suffer greatly as their voices are drowned out by the louder majority. For example, during times of crisis, people might vote to give up their freedoms for security. This is a common reaction when people feel threatened and are looking for quick solutions. This can lead to the loss of important rights. Once these rights are given up, it can be very difficult to get them back. Think about the so-called Patriot Act after 9/11. Governments can use this to gain more power. They can exploit the fear and uncertainty of the people to consolidate their control, often at the expense of individual freedoms and democratic principles. Section 6. Historical examples of failed democracies. History has shown that pure democracies can fail. One example is ancient Greece. Athens was known for its direct democracy. Citizens voted on all decisions. But this system had problems. The majority often made poor decisions. This led to instability and eventually the fall of Athens. Section 7. Memorable quotes on democracy and liberty. Many great thinkers have warned about the dangers of pure democracy. One famous quote attributed to Benjamin Franklin: "Democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote." This quote shows the danger of majority rule. Without protections, the majority can take away the rights of the minority. Section 8. Conclusion. The importance of constitutional protections. In conclusion, understanding democracy and constitutional rights is vital. Pure democracy can be dangerous. It allows the majority to take away individual rights. A constitutional republic balances the will of the majority with the need to protect individual freedoms. The importance of constitutional protections cannot be overstated.